Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Snapper's Antique Firearms. I am your host, Snapper. So everything you see in front of you today is this morning I went out and got some shooting done and some filming. So real quick, this is just a sneak peek of videos to come. But I am making this exact video on the idea of fowling during the Civil War, how it was dealt with, and a couple small experiments. So stay with me. So, real quick before we get into this, also would like to let everybody know that the Griswold and Gunnison video has all been filmed. It came out great. There will be the episode coming soon on shooting that original Griswold and Gunnison, and also all the other guns you saw before, like this original First Model Dragoon and original 49 Colt Pocket. So, I was not planning to use the Griswold and Gunnison for this demonstration, but when I realized I forgot to film it, the other guns I had shot today that were revolvers had all been cleaned. The Griswold and Gunnison, it's been maybe 7 or 8 hours since I shot it, and it is completely fairly seized because of black powder fouling. And when I put it away, it was nice and loose, and I'll just show it to you guys. So I can cock it and it spins, but it's extremely stiff. Okay, now imagine you're on a Civil War battlefield. You got into a fight this morning, and, 2 or 3 hours later, your gun is going to be fairly locked up like that. Now, common sense would tell you they probably try to clean their weapons as fast as possible, especially if there's a lull in combat. But that doesn't necessarily always means that is the case. So let's imagine, A, you're on a Civil War battlefield. B, you got in a fight this morning, and now your gun's pretty locked up. And now one of the most important things about combat is water. You want to have plenty of water. There is nothing worse than running out of water in a fight. It will take you out of a fight so fast, you become a heat cat, you can't think straight, you can't barely move. It's absolutely miserable. So, I'm sure every man would have had their own little canteen. Let me also state this in this little scenario, that you're not near any water, like major water, no rivers, and you don't know when the next time you're going to get a resupply of water. But you have your canteen on you, and how much water does it need to take to free that up so it actually is workable? Could you only need to realistically spit on the arbor to loosen it up? And obviously there are other routes, urinating and all that other stuff, which has been used in combat many times with machine guns and mortars. And so let's figure out how much little water it actually takes to free this up. Okay, so first off, I'm not even going to try to take the gun apart. I'm just going to spray the littlest amount of water on the arbor pin, just the front of it. I would say that was probably about enough to say that was a spit, just in that little spot. Now, can I go to half cock and loosen it? And believe it or not, yes, that's all it took. Was probably just a good spit right there in the corner of that arbor coming through to loosen it. Because when I say it's loose, it is just as loose if the gun was clean. So that little bit of a spit there was enough to get the fouling to loosen up so that the gun can rotate. Now, fouling in the barrel is a completely different story because of the fact that A, it still will shoot, and the biggest problem with fouling in the barrel is accuracy. Now, if you are using paper cartridge during the Civil War, the fouling should have never got crazy hard in the barrel anyways, because the lubrication that was on the bullets coming from the factory on the paper cartridges. So, interesting find. I would love to hear what you guys' thoughts on this are. And what other issues do you think they might have come up on commonly? Soon, be looking for the video on the First Model Dragoon here. She was made in 1849, or the Colt 49 Pocket as well, which was made in 1858. And last but not least, this original Griswold and Gunnison. That should be out soon, guys. So, until next time, cheers. And if you're not subscribed, consider becoming part of the Snafu family. Bye.